Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the reaction log. Whoa. Alright, we got a special spicy one here for you. We got another frickin' button pusher who woke up. Whoa, good job, nice. Hey, more classical guitar news, am I right? Pianist wants to learn how to play classical guitar. You know, I don't know how soon I want to jump into this topic, but that's kind of an interesting idea, isn't it? Because, like, listen, I make fun of piano a lot. Like, a lot. And there are a lot of things to make fun of, but there's, like, if we're just being real for a second, there's a lot more to make fun of about classical guitar because, I mean, it's just a third-rate classical instrument. It's not even second-rate, honestly. Nobody respects it. It, like, is quiet. It's wimpy, kind of. And so there's always this friction between guitarists and pianists because, you know, like, piano is the jock, the quarterback, and the classical guitar is, like, the nerd, you know? You wouldn't know it based on looking at me. It's like, clearly, you're playing the jock instrument. But no, I'm not. I'm actually the nerd. And why is piano the jock? Well, it's like the #1 pedagogical instrument. Even in my grad studies, my boss, who's like the music theory guy, he says like, you should work on your piano chops because you're gonna need it. It's like so important. And he's a classical guitarist too. And he's saying that to me. It's just really important. You ever want to be a choir director? Show up with a classical guitar. Go ahead and try that. You ever want to accompany another instrument's concerto or something? Go ahead and make a guitar reduction of the piano reduction of the symphonic reduction of that. And it's guaranteed that the instrument you're accompanying, unless it's another guitar, is going to be so much louder than you. And all that being said, you're making all of those sacrifices, and honestly, I'm pretty sure classical guitar, at least as far as I can tell, because I've played a couple instruments, I played cello and stuff, I never got anywhere near on cello that I did what I have with guitar, of course. But I don't know, it just seems like easier. It just does. The classical guitar, it's so detailed. You have to be so precise and so detailed, and any like millimeter or 1/10 of a millimeter off that you are from any place that you want to be, it's going to be the difference between sounds of heaven versus just something awful. Piano's not like that. You have a whole freaking button you get to push, and if you miss by a 1/10 of a millimeter, it's still gonna sound like whatever note you're aiming for. So it kind of makes me wonder, why, Nahre Soul? Why do you want to learn how to play guitar? Classical guitar, even. The hardest form of guitar, in my opinion. And also kind of like this isn't true, but creatively the most limited. Like with the most gatekeeping. Like at least with an electric guitar, you can learn how to play some Zeppelin tunes and learn how to solo in A minor and learn your A minor pentatonic box and just play that thing and express yourself. But classical guitar, you have to put so much time into it. Which maybe I should go ahead and introduce myself. I am a classical guitarist here on YouTube. And what does it mean to be a classical guitarist? It means that you're purposely picking the hard path. Now, you're picking it for good reason, because I think the music at the end of that path is the grandest of all music that can be played on guitar. But man, it is not without its sacrifices. It is hard. But I'm not trying to say that to discourage anyone. I think everyone should learn how to play classical guitar. But when you're already a professional pianist who can play anything, she's not a YouTube pianist like she is, but she's also, as far as I can tell, an actual professional pianist, like a concert pianist. I am a YouTube guitarist and also a grad student, which means that I'm like scum, or maybe even less than that in the guitar world. I'm a student. I'm a high-level student, I'll give you that. I have another 1.5 years before I'm technically, like, I should be a professional guitarist. You can decide if I'm there or not, but it's just like, man, that is just such a challenging pursuit to just pick up and do, and it's so adjacent to what you already do, but it's like just a whole new thing that's going to take years and years to actually, if you're going to commit to it, it's going to take years and years. I don't know, I feel like if I was in her position, I would just play more Bach on piano and just call it a day. It's like I already put all this work into being able to play the highest level music ever. I'm just gonna jump ship and go on to a different instrument? What, are you crazy? I wouldn't do that. Even on piano, which in my opinion, I think piano is a freaking easier instrument. And I still wouldn't even want to put that time commitment into something new like that, because it's like I'm already playing such high level music on the instrument I play. Is everything that I'm saying discouraging? I'm sorry. Music is very important to me, and I think everyone should learn an instrument, preferably classical guitar, of course, but I don't care what you play, as long as you're playing something. And even beyond that, maybe music's not your thing, everyone should at least just do a thing, something that you can root yourself in and enjoy and love and work at every day. I think that's generally important. Sorry, this is getting a little esoteric for the introduction of this video. What are we on, like minute 4, minute 5 by now? Sorry, this is sore hands, this is how it goes. This is what you come for. Come on, be honest with me. Let's put put a pin in everything that I'm talking about now, and hopefully we're gonna get some answers from Nahre Soul's video here, and we're gonna watch it. It looks like I watched it. I haven't. I've only seen the first second of this video. And we're just gonna see what her reasonings are, and like what she's doing in my world. Alright, without further ado, hey, that headstock, I don't see the end of that headstock. Is that a freaking Cordoba that you're playing? I feel like it might be. Hey, an ad. Let's watch this first, because I hate you. And yes, for everyone who makes fun of me for being an actual professional YouTuber and not having YouTube Premium, guess what? I do. And it's purely an artistic choice that I'm making right now to not use it. So, suck on that. Alright. Dude, this guy sucks.
That's gross.
Does sound gross. I hope Nahre Soul's better than this guy.
The most important thing to your guitar tone is the string.
To be fair, he kind of just played the open strings hard, you know? That's an easy fix. Hey, sign up for guitar lessons with me if you don't want to sound bad. Also, I'm not taking new students. Sorry.
So a package in the mail showed up for me, and I'm so excited about it. This is from the guys at Stringjoy.
Oh, you get a package in the mail from the guys at Stringjoy, and you're happy about that, huh? Discreet packaging, I appreciate that. There's nothing more embarrassing than ordering Diodario strings on Amazon, and it shows up in a freaking Diodario box. And now all my neighbors know that I'm a freak. Alright, hey, skip ad button. I'm gonna click on that.
Hi, my name is Nahre Soul. I'm a guitar player.
Oh, no you're not. You're playing a Cordoba. Congratulations, you have the worst guitar ever. Also, with a Steinway and Sons behind you, I bet that piano costs like $250,000. That's actually a good reason to play guitar right there. The ratio between these two instruments is so insane. It's like, I bet you paid like $700 for that guitar. $250,000 for the piano. Hey, guitar is for the people, alright? That's all I'm saying.
Hi, my name is Nahre Soul. I'm a guitar player.
Hey, Nahre Soul, a guitar player here on YouTube. Probably plays like one too. Alright, sorry.
My channel. We are back with a nylon string guitar.
Just a little advice, don't call it a nylon string guitar. That's like what Chet Atkins would call it. To us, it is a classical guitar, and we will be playing classical music on it. I know it seems silly, but it's an important distinction to make. Also, you got the Fender Strat back there. Very nice. Alright. Also, I think it's time to decorate your apartment a little bit. What do you think? Hey, maybe I'll start selling prints of this in my store, Rootin's Delight. I feel like that would look nice here.
Trained pianist composer, and I am learning the classical guitar.
And again, I'm happy that you want to take on that journey. I guess I'm still just wondering why, and I hope we get into that today.
I'm learning the electric guitar, but honestly, I have not been able to keep it up.
Making excuses.
So anyway.
Making excuses, sure. You are also a professional pianist alongside this, so I feel like it's a little bit forgivable. If guitar is your only thing, and you find yourself not being able to keep up with it, I'm very disappointed in you.
So it's been about a month with this instrument. In this video, I'm going to share my notes with you all. 7 things that have been helping me on this guitar journey, and at the end of the video I will share with you my progress so far.
Dude, the freaking mom there just like not caring. The mom just on her phone during the recital. Classic.
So far with a little casual performance.
Oh man, I felt that clap in my soul.
I can't imagine myself having long fingernails. That's just not gonna happen.
Oh yeah, that's kind of an issue for piano, isn't it? Clanking on the keys there, huh? Well, don't worry, my comment section will be happy to inform you that Soar played without nails, and it's weird that I play with nails because of that.
Things first, the nylon string guitar. I got this thanks to Guitar Center.
Nice. That's a great place to get a high quality instrument. It's kind of sad. I used to go into Guitar Center when I was a kid, and I would love it. And now I can't because I have a Michael Thames guitar that costed, let me see. It costed 35 times less than that Steinway piano that was in her background, mind you. Still expensive though. Yeah, it's hard for me to play these now. I'm kind of talking crap on Guitar Center. I get asked this question a lot. How do you find a guitar as a beginner? Or like, how do you find a new guitar? And the process of me finding a guitar should be pretty much the same as you finding a guitar. And it pretty much involves going to stores like this and just trying out guitars in your price range and find one that, most importantly, feels the best. This is kind of a weird idea, but how it sounds is kind of secondary until you start getting into like a really high price point. But if the guitar feels really good and it's like buttery and you're able to just play stuff just a little bit better, it's just going to make the guitar more fun to play, and you really don't want to be fighting your instrument. And at a price point where you'd be getting like a Cordoba, can we see how much that is or what kind of guitar that is? Whoa, I see 4 figures there. That might be a C10. That's a lot of money for a Cordoba. I wouldn't recommend that. But regardless, regardless if it's a Cordoba or not, or a Yamaha, price range, and then purely how does it feel to play. And that's going to keep you coming back to the guitar. I don't care how good that guitar sounds. If it hurts to play or if it feels like sticky and you don't like it and you're not able to play well on it, you're probably not going to play that guitar. So something to think about. Ordering guitars online, I wouldn't do that because, again, you can't play it. And I have done that before, actually, and I've regretted it every single time, and I just don't do that anymore. So how do I get guitars now? At, like, if I want to spend like thousands of dollars on a guitar, I'll go to a distributor like Dream Guitars in Asheville, North Carolina is one of them, and that's where I got my Thames guitar. And you just go there and you just try out guitars. They gotta feel good and they gotta sound good. And that's pretty much my criteria for spending money on a guitar. But again, for you, feeling good, most important thing.
Crazy amount of you suggested that I pick up a nylon string guitar for part 2.
Yeah, that seems like the natural place for a classical pianist to go. And we're looking at comments. Let's take a look at this comment section down here. Top comment, whoa, 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 whoa. We have an amazing video here. Go ahead to see Cameron's reaction. That is so sweet. Sorehan's is going to be proud of you. We'll see. We're watching the video. Sorehan's going to have a field day with this one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Amazing video. All right, let's go.
Exactly what I did. So I went to the Guitar Center in Union Square, New York, and I picked out a guitar with the help of the staff there. Do you think you can play
this guy working on commissions or something? He got you the Cordoba C10 for $1,000.
the same thing on this and that?
See, what this guy is playing right now is a nylon string guitar, and he is a nylon string guitarist. I am not hearing any classical music right now. Man, I hate to say it, but they kind of sound exactly the same, don't they? But all right.
I do like this one better.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do like a class...
Good, if you're going to go for any of those, definitely go for that one, because at least there's no cutaway and electronics on it. It's got to be a C10, right? It better be for that price. I hope she says what model it is, because that price is something. $1,000 is not a little bit of money.
Just go with like standard classical, no cutaway. Happy to...
Dude, heck yeah. That's my guy right there. Couldn't have said it better myself.
I would say good luck, but you don't need it.
Did you hear the Guitar Center noises back there? I feel like for a concert pianist, being in this environment is the equivalent of going to some rough biker bar or something.
I want to add that working with Guitar Center really gave me the push I needed to start.
Is this a Guitar Center ad? Let me see. My guide to scales/modes. Modes have a different meaning on guitar than anything else, I'll tell you what. Modes just mean scale patterns in guitar. Check back for Guitar Center link. Okay, so it's not finalized yet, but we're talking about a Guitar Center sponsorship. Dude, can you believe the classical pianist got the Guitar Center sponsorship before I did? Hey, Guitar Center, be sure to hit me up, send me an email, and I will advise that everyone buys your crappy gear that's not going to do anything for their playing whatsoever. And, dude, imagine me hawking guitar pedals and stuff like, hey, 20% off code SOAR for the new Metal Zone guitar pedal. I just have no idea what I'm talking about. It's like, yeah, this is what you need, trust me. Hey, any Tim Henson nylon string guitar comes with a free fuzz pedal, courtesy of Sore Hands. All right.
Practicing guitar again. So I'm really thankful for them. And if you'd like to support the channel, my affiliate link is in the description.
I hope you're collecting good on that one.
It was really interesting walking around the city with the guitar.
I know, what a horribly unportable instrument, right? It's so cumbersome, a guitar. That's kind of a funny perspective when your instrument is so non-portable that you would never even consider moving it. Listen, at least you're not playing a tuba, okay? Or a cello, or any other instrument bigger than a guitar. I know there are instruments smaller than guitar, but they're all lame. You know what they are.
As I mentioned before, I am rusty. So when I picked up the guitar again, I couldn't even remember the last piece that I wrote for the electric guitar. I can't remember.
I've been there, but it's always like right before a master class or something. Just like, I forgot all my music. I don't know what I'm playing.
I'm trying to find the notes that I would play on the piano. When I was learning the
Dang, it's like so fluent and then just so not fluent. How do you resist the urge to not just set the guitar up and just start playing piano? That like you're home, just what you know already. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I have it in me to learn a whole other instrument. I don't think I can. Any hours I spend on anything else that's not guitar, I always have it in my head. I'm like, I should be practicing guitar right now. Even making this video, believe it or not. But man, making the video is so much easier. Oh god, it's so much easier. All right. Okay.
Electric guitar. I kind of knew that I wouldn't play the guitar after that month, but with this, I don't know why, I really want to learn the guitar. Let's resolve this.
Heck yeah.
Now, let's get into the 7 things that made the most difference. Starting first with advice given to me by Alan Liu, which is to notice the buzz.
Notice the buzz. Embrace the buzz. You're playing a guitar. Woo!
So Alan is an up-and-coming, fantastic guitarist at the Yale School of Music. He's a colleague of mine here, and he gave an excellent presentation in class. So I chased him down and asked him for some advice.
Be as close to the next fret. Other way.
Other way?
Other way, without actually touching it. We spend lifetimes training ourselves to
Hit that spot
for every note we play.
I learned that the buzz comes from when your finger is not close enough to the fret line.
I'm using the exact same metaphors. And as I get
Hey, back when I used to teach, I do that example all the time. Like, I was in electric guitar lessons for a long time, and I learned a lot of stuff, but I feel like the idea of moving your finger to actually feel the metal of the fret, I was never talked to about in a very in-depth way until I was in university. So that's a great thing to start talking about pretty much immediately, and there's a couple benefits to that. The first one is, of course, like how he was explaining, you can use the least amount of force possible to get a note to sound, which is important because, you know, if you're playing Bach or something, you're playing a lot of notes, and each note takes a tax, and you have to hope that you have enough in you to get to the end of the piece. And to ensure that you do get there without too much fatigue, you want to use as little pressure as possible. But it also gives you a higher definition sense of feel on the guitar. And what I mean by that is, let me actually get my guitar. It's 2:48 for me today. If you're watching this... Ooh. Oh, celery. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, dude. Look at all my hair that's on my floor. In case you're wondering, it is 2:48 today, and these are the first notes of the guitar I'm playing today. Because I spent all morning writing an essay for one of my classes. And that's another really good example of things I have to do that's not practicing guitar. And all I can think about during it is how I should be playing guitar. Including this, but, you know, now we're playing guitar. We're here. Ooh. Oh. I'm gonna have a nice practice session after this. I don't know why I'm trying to, like, justify it to you guys. But what I'm saying is, like, imagine if you're not looking at the guitar and you just move your fingers to the headstock or over here to, like, the first position. You can actually feel around the guitar. Like, I can feel the nut. I can feel the strings. Like, I feel them this way. So I have a pretty good idea of where I am. But if I just kind of guess the first fret here and press down, I'm feeling the string, and I'm feeling a little bit of the wood of the fretboard. But that's really all I have. I'm not really sure where exactly on the fret I am. But once I move my finger to the metal, which is, like he said, the ideal place to play using the least amount of pressure, I actually now have, like, a tactile sensation of that fret, so I know without looking that this is the first fret. The nut's there, this is the first fret that I feel. And now if I go for, like, my third finger to the third fret and do the same thing, I can feel 2 separate frets at once now. And in that, I can sort of, like, triangulate where that second fret is much more accurately. Like, if I wasn't pressing on the metal, I wouldn't really know where I am, and I could guess it's there, but once you're touching the metal for, like, all 3 of those frets, you have a really solid idea of just where your hand is. So yeah, as far as, like, the first things to talk about, that's a good first thing to talk about. Go.
that's when the string begins to slap against the fret.
And that's not good unless you're trying to play a Tommy Emmanuel transcription. Then that's the sound you're going for.
On how to manage my posture and how to use the footstool.
Oh, I can help you with that. You put your foot on it.
Your right foot and have it perpendicular to the ground, like so. Great.
Dang, you got a high footstool going on there. Your knee is in the stratosphere, yo. All right.
This is not comfortable.
Not comfortable. And
Welcome to classical guitar. You can't play for longer than like an hour or you will get back pain.
This was all very uncomfortable for me, but he reminded me that this is normal.
Yeah, it's normal. You should be very uncomfortable throughout this entire process. I'm glad that he mentioned that.
Any sort of pain, you should reevaluate.
No, that's normal too. Just push through it. That's why I have an RSI sticker right there, because it's just part of the process.
Can you make an Italian hand gesture? Which finger has the most direct contact with the thumb?
The third.
The third finger? Which
The middle finger.
Fun fact, the middle finger in piano land is finger 3. For the guitar, it's finger 2, and for classical guitar, they also use letters that are abbreviations for these words.
And clarifying here, for the right hand, unless you're left-handed. And if you are left-handed, it should still be this. And that's not to slight anybody out there who plays a left-handed guitar, because the thing is, when you start playing guitar, you don't really know any better. You just kind of go off of what people tell you, and you know that right and left-handed guitars exist, so you are left-handed, so it's like, well, I'll play the left-handed guitar. Guitar is kind of the only instrument to ever do that, though. If you look at violins, for example, there's no left-handed violin. If you're right or left-handed, everybody starts not knowing how to play violin. Like, I don't care if you write with your left hand, that's not going to make you better at doing this or fretting or whatever it is. They don't really translate to each other well. You're always starting from ground zero. So if you're looking to get into guitar and you're left-handed, just play a regular right-handed guitar. There are many reasons for this. One, they're cheaper. They're not like specialty instruments, because a lot of left-handed ones are. There's more of them. If, like, for example, if you go to Dream Guitar in Asheville, like I mentioned, they might have a couple of left-handed classical guitars that are in that price range, and they'll have hundreds or whatever of just like regular guitars. You want to be in that position where you have more options. Other benefits too, this is kind of like, doesn't matter so much, it's just aesthetic, but imagine if you're in a guitar quartet and you're the only one playing with the headstock the other way. Kind of ruins the formation a bit. Again, if you're already playing a left-handed guitar, that's fine. It is kind of special too, you know, left-handed, it's unusual. Hey, Jimi Hendrix, right? Alright, sorry, just a little side tangent there.
Kind of odd, but now we know. Let's move on to the second point.
What is this? What am I hearing right now?
Advice given to me by a dear friend of mine, Rick Graham. He's one of the most impressive guitarists, playing all kinds of genres. And he started off
playing, is that Spanish Fly, Van Halen? Okay.
He started off as a classical guitarist.
That guy's kind of awesome, I'm gonna be honest.
A classical guitarist.
He said to jump into it and learn a piece.
How should I approach this just getting started?
What I did was, Nahre, instead of following a guideline of how I should be playing, I just chucked myself in at the deep end and learned pieces. Went straight in head first and learned a Prelude by Bach, one of the partitas.
Dang, son. All right, you just went right in. I'm assuming you played guitar before that. Yeah, you know, like, what we're hearing right now, I don't think it's the best advice, but it's the advice that you're going to do. Because let's be honest, if you're a guitarist, probably a little bit of a renegade, you're a little bit of a rebel, you're probably not learning one of the band instruments from your school, you're not like conforming to the class or anything, you just want to jump in and learn some music. And you know what? That's what I did. I would never tell anybody to do that, but it's like, that's what you are going to do. So just do that, I guess. You'll be fine. You know, you'll fix everything later. So I kind of get it. I kind of get this advice. Be sure the first piece you pick is way too hard and you have to spend a year just trying to like memorize the whole thing. It'll show that you have dedication. And you know what? That'll probably persist through your guitar journey.
Started with Bach.
That's the way that I do things.
It's the way that he does things. And honestly, it's the way that most people like that do things. You know, just jump into it. Also, I appreciate the holding the guitar and not playing it during the video call. Classic guitar
So
moves. Okay, not quite a C10. It's a Cordoba C9. I'm glad we cleared that up. That's what $1,000 gets you right there. All right.
With Rick, I decided that I was going to learn Beethoven's Pathetique Sonata, part of the slow movement.
So piece choices often happen by coincidence. But one day I was humming the melody and thought, I wonder if I can play this on the guitar. So I guess I made an arrangement for the guitar and I stuck with it for a number of weeks. This helped me so much because it gave me a little bit of focus and structure.
I think that advice for someone like Nahre Soul, who has already achieved a super high level on a classical instrument, so still even playing the same genre, doing something like that I would say is advised and maybe even required just to keep you actually engaged in it. Because imagine all of the technique that Nahre Soul has already done on piano. piano. And what, are you going to tell her to like do more technique on guitar now? She's like, come on. She already knows how classical music is supposed to sound. She knows the nuances already, and she'll hear that as she's playing. It'll sound crummy at first, but she'll know what it needs to sound like, and I think things will just kind of fix themselves. Now, if you don't know what you're doing, starting in a place like that, you're going to be spinning your wheels a lot more than she is. So this advice is good for this very specific case here, but I think for most people, just starting with anything, even when you have no experience, is probably not like the best idea. Again, you'll probably still do that, but you know, I'm just saying, I feel like I need to say that.
The next points are things I learned from a very helpful talk with João Luis.
The first thing that João really emphasized was to keep things simple.
More specifically, to focus on one narrow thing at a time.
I think it's nice to know on first position. So there's so much you can do in first position.
Dude, this guy's steering her right here. This is it. Heck yeah, dude.
Like very simple like chord progression, and you get to develop like your right hand fingers. But then there's like other things that really work on more specifically on left hand. It's a little bit more advanced, but like exercises like this.
Yeah, that might be a little advanced for this. Learning the open position of the guitar is super powerful, and so much repertoire is just in that place there, and if it's not just there, it might venture a little bit to like third or fifth position or whatever. But most of your reading can be done here. And guess what? Most of the music for guitar, it's like C major and A minor. We don't really treat keys like how we do in orchestral music. We kind of just have the ones that work well on guitar, and we just always play in those. So C major and A minor, really important one, open position. Even when I'm playing Bach, which is like some of the hardest stuff that I play, a lot of it can just be read in open position. You know, like, of course you have to venture out a little bit, but most of it is in there. So it doesn't matter what level you're at. Open position is the thing to learn. You can do that too. That's some like, you're committed to the classical guitar if you're doing those kind of exercises though. You mean business. You're not trying to just play around and play some music.
Where is this from?
By the great guitarist and educator Scott Tennant, from his book.
Oh heck yeah, dude.
Pumping Nylon.
It's hard to believe guitar isn't the jock instrument compared to piano. I'd like to see piano workbooks with this kind of cover right here. They talk a lot about composition, which I think we're a little less interested in. Let's see how our guitar playing is sounding. Whoa. There has to be some technique carryover between classical piano and classical guitar. And there are moments when I see it, especially in the left hand. Like, the left hand, for the most part, looks pretty good. The main problems I'm seeing are the right hand. And I'd actually want to look at it again. Like, the first thing I notice is the wrist is just, like, really close to the guitar, which you could, like, lift away. And I don't mean to speak out of turn here, but almost as I'd imagine, like, piano technique. Because, you know, piano technique, I don't think you would do that. You'd have some kind of raising and kind of do that, I would imagine. But let me see. And a lot of plucking with the right hand finger, which we talked about last time, and I forget which video it was. You can actually watch like this part of her knuckle here, and if it's raising like that, there's probably some sort of plucking action happening with the string, when really all you want is pushing. Like almost imagining like your fingers are just little hammers, like striking the string. And they could not pull the string up like that, so you would never want to do that. Just first rest and then push through, and then almost imagining your finger going into your palm like that. So your technique will end up just looking like pushing in versus what I'm seeing here, like that kind of thing. Versus, and you can see there's much less movement when I push in like that. Because the plucking, there's like tension, and then your hand leaves the guitar. And you can actually see your hand is off of the guitar because the last note did like that. That wouldn't happen if you're just pushing it in, and then you can reset, play more. Overall, for like not playing guitar, pretty decent though. Yeah, Yeah, like that raising. That's a really clear indication of plucking the string, which you basically never want to do in this kind of music. I'm sure there's some backwards freaking music you can play where you're plucking strings, but not in classical.
We can.
I think of the takes that I recorded, this one really captures my authentic experience with the guitar so far.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, final closing thoughts.
It's a really new, exciting addition to my music studies, although I'm barely able to squeeze it into my life.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about too. I can only imagine, because my life is so busy and I'm a flippin' loser. so I can only imagine the life of other people who are like doing more stuff than me. But yeah, it sounds like your main motivations are for composing for another guitarist, so that's a very responsible thing to do as a composer. Like, kind of learn a bit about the instrument you're trying to write for. I think those guitarists you found, just like listen to them. They sound like they know way more than me, or like anyone else you'll probably talk to, like at Guitar Center, for example. So you're probably in good hands there. Overall, I'm happy to see somebody in the classical piano world give some credit to the guitar, because you know, it's easy to forget about. It's quiet, it's small, but it's there, and it's nice to see it being talked about. Hey, but I think we can go ahead and wrap this one up here. Of course, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Guitar lessons, not offering them. You can use Nahre Soul's Guitar Center link, and maybe you can get some discounted guitar lessons. Hey, you never know, they might have somebody there with a bachelor's degree in classical or something, so, you know, yeah. Hey, I do know grad students who are offering lessons, so if you want to email me for their contacts, let me know. Of course, head on down over to Rutin's Delight. And you know what, I've gotten some questions about when things are going to go back on sale. Let's start today with a sale for Valentine's Day. So I will end it, you know what, I'll just have it go all of February, but it's like a Valentine's Day sale. Automatically applied, 15% off. So if you want to get some merch, now's the time to do it. And yeah, practice logs are going to be coming out soon. I have been practicing a lot. I know it might not seem like that. I've been writing essays and making videos, and I'm about to go edit this video now, but the practice is coming along. You'll see that soon. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're playing guitar. Hope you've been practicing throughout this whole video, and I'll see you in the next one.